uh, on Rashad Mitchell's channel. Let's get into it, man. The week that was in the NBA. We're gonna start with a trade that the Lakers agreed to have with the Brooklyn Nets. D'Angelo Russell. He's been traded, so the Lakers will get Finney Smith. Let's break down this trade, the details of the trade. Right. Lakers trading D'Angelo Russell to the Nets in 4-player deal. So details is the Lakers have agreed to trade D'Angelo Russell, Maxwell Lewis, and 3 second-round picks to the Brooklyn Nets for Dorian Finney-Smith and Shake Milton. So Lakers are sending their own second-round picks in 2027, 2030, 2031 to the Nets, sources told ESPN. So Russell, the second overall pick in the 2015 draft, is averaging 12.4 points, 2.8 rebounds, 4.7 assists, 26.3 minutes per game this season. Now, the 28-year-old point guard returns to the Nets, where he played for the 2017, 2018, 2018, 2019 seasons when he earned his only All-Star selection. So he's going back to where he started, where he used to play at. So the move gives the Lakers a versatile 3 and D player in Finney Smith. He's 31 years old. He's averaging 10.4 points a game, 4.6 rebounds per game this season for the Nets, with whom he's played since arriving in the Kyrie Irving trade from the Dallas Mavericks in February 2023. So Finney Smith is shooting a career-high 43.5% from 3 this season, and is known as a high-level wing defender. So the Lakers are making a big move for them. So Finney Smith is the only player in the NBA this season to defend guards, forwards, and centers, each for at least 15 half-court matchups per game. He's on pace to average at least 10 points in the season for the second time in his career. J.J. Redick, the coach of the Lakers, has preached positional versatility and toughness in his roster, and attributes the franchise new addition should help with. So the Lakers also would create salary and luxury tax flexibility and saving a total of $15 million, moving $3.5 million below the second apron. Finney Smith has a $15.4 million player option for next season. The Nets acquire draft capital, cleaning salaries moving forward, including Russell's expiring deal. So Brooklyn now has 31 draft picks in the next 7 years, 15 first rounders, 16 second rounders. Thanks for the 18 people tuning in. Appreciate them doing the week that was in the NBA. Today was a trade. D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers to the Nets in a 4-player deal. I'm going over the details right now. So the Nets also traded Dennis Schroeder to the Golden State Warriors for 3 second-round picks this month. The thing about the Brooklyn Nets, they got a lot of people for us to get with the third-round draft picks that they have in the next 7 years. 15 first rounders, 16 second rounds. So they're going to definitely be building a good franchise moving forward. Thanks to the person that likes this video. If you're new to the channel, Rashad Mitchell, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Deeply appreciate it. So that's interesting to see a trade take place today. D'Angelo Russell going to the Nets. I don't think the Lakers are going to be a championship team due to this move. I still think Oklahoma City, teams like that, should be considered the team to beat in the West. The West is very mediocre, but I don't think this is going to really put the Lakers over the top and win the NBA championship. I don't see that happening. I just don't see that happening with this move. Yes, the Lakers trying to make moves, trying to improve the team. The team's not, playing at a high level as they expect to be. They won last night. They did beat the Sacramento Kings, who unfortunately fired their coach Mike Brown, what they shouldn't have done. New interim coaches Doug Christie. The Lakers won last night 103-99. 2-game sweep over the Kings. LeBron James had 32 points. But I don't think the Lakers gonna win the championship. I don't think they're a championship team. I think it's wide open in the West. There's no great teams in the West. Maybe OKC may be great. They are playing good basketball right now. They got a lot to prove in the postseason. They're 25-5. They won 10 in a row. They're playing excellent basketball. When you look at this Western Conference, Memphis 22-10. Still got see more from this team. Houston still got a lot to prove. Dallas, I know they went to the finals last year, lost to Boston, but they still got a lot to prove. The Lakers not out of it. No, they 18-6. Wait, excuse me, 18-13. Maybe I was looking at something wrong with the record. Though they were 16-12, 16-13. Well, I see the standings 18-13. So they're fifth place in the Western Conference. They tied with the same record with the Clippers. They're 18-13. Denver's 17-13. Minnesota 16-14. San Antonio is 16-15. And Golden State 16-15. So unfortunately, again, Sacramento, they fired Mike Brown. I think they shouldn't have done that. They lost 6 in a row because before Mike Brown got there, Sacramento was nothing until he came there. They hadn't made the playoffs since 2006. He was able to lead them to, success for his winning a playoff spot and building that team. So I think it was a bad move by Sacramento to fire Mike Brown as the head coach. They lost 6 in a row. That's not the fault of the coach. You can't blame the coach on that. But anyway, it is what it is. You just gotta deal with this life in the NBA. But right now, OKC is playing excellent basketball, 25-5. They got the second best record in the National Basketball Association. Cleveland's playing well, continue to play well. They won 6 in a row. The Knicks are playing very well. They won 7 in a row. They're 22-10. And the Cleveland's 27-4. So they still got the best record in basketball overall. But again, the West Conference is wide open. A lot of teams are very mediocre in this conference. So I don't think the Lakers are going to be over the top because they got Finney Smith. I just think that there's a lot of work to do in order for them to be considered a true contender in the NBA. So that's what went on today with the trade today. All right, let's go look back at what happened last Sunday. Houston beat Toronto. Indiana beat Sacramento. Denver beat New Orleans. Then on Monday, Houston beat Charlotte. Cleveland beat Utah. Orlando beat Boston. Philly beat San Antonio. Atlanta beat Minnesota. Miami beat Brooklyn. New York beat Toronto. Milwaukee beat Chicago. Clippers beat Memphis. OKC beat Washington. Dallas beat Portland. Denver beat Phoenix. Indiana beat Golden State. Detroit beat the Lakers. Then on Wednesday, Christmas Day, the game that stand out to me was a big win for the Philadelphia 76ers because once you have Paul George on the court, have Joel Embiid on the court, and you have Tyrese Maxey, you have a chance. They have a chance to win the championship. They have a chance because they have those guys on the court doing their thing. When they're doing their thing, now George didn't play particularly well on Christmas Day. He did have only 12 points, but Caleb Martin had about 23 points, hit 7 threes, 7 out of 9 for 3, 8 of 11 from the field. Did his thing. Joel Embiid had 27 points. Max had 33 points. Big time performance from dynamic duo with Embiid and Max. They combined for 60 points as they win 118-114 against the Celtics and handed them the second loss. But they the 76ers are right back in it. They're in it right now. They're 11-17 after that win. They won last night against Utah. They're playing good basketball right now. They're playing good basketball at the right time. 12 assists for Maxey, going with 33 points. But this Sixers team, they stay together. They stay healthy. They have a chance to really do some damage in the Eastern Conference. It's because of what they have. And there was two losses in a row for the Celtics. That loss on Christmas. That's the thing that stood out for Christmas Day to me. New York beat San Antonio at the Garden at home by a score of 117-114. Mikal Bridges had 41 points. Victor Wembanyama, his Christmas debut, had 42 points, 16 of 31 from the field, showing his promise what he can be moving forward. And San Antonio's playing pretty good. A game over 500. Popovich, he's recovering now currently from a stroke. So hopefully he gets better. He gets well soon. That's the main thing, is health. But New York beat San Antonio by 3 points. So that's a big win for them. Dallas beat Minnesota. Excuse me, Minnesota. Yeah, Minnesota beat Dallas. Excuse me, 105-99. Anthony Edwards had 26 points, but Luka Doncic had to leave the game due to a strained calf, so he was not 100% in that game. The Lakers won in the final seconds as Austin Reeves hit a walk off, like a game winning layup with 1 second to go. Almost a walk off, but he made a layup. Austin Reeves, LeBron had 31 points. Uh, LeBron had 10 assists as well as 19 Christmas Day game. So he was able to do it, get it done. So give credit to the Lakers winning that game. Like I said, I don't think they win a championship because they got Finney Smith. Then you got Phoenix beating Denver by a score of 110-100. Big win for them. Durant and Kevin Durant and Bradley Beal had 27 points each. So that was a big win for them. All right. So Thursday, we had a lot of games. OKC beat Indiana. Miami beat Orlando. Washington beat Charlotte. Atlanta beat Chicago. Memphis beat Toronto. Brooklyn beat Milwaukee. Houston beat New Orleans Pelicans. Portland beat Utah. Detroit beat Sacramento. The Knicks beat Orlando. Boston beat Indiana. San Antonio beat Brooklyn. Minnesota beat Houston. Memphis beat New Orleans. Cleveland beat Denver. Dallas beat Phoenix 98-89. The Clippers beat Golden State. Then last night, standout thing last night was Jalen Brunson had 55 points in overtime. Again, it's not a big deal when you beat the Washington Wizards. They're one of the worst teams, maybe the worst team in basketball. But he did have 55 points in the win in overtime against Washington. Atlanta beat Miami. Charlotte beat OKC. Charlotte beat Milwaukee. Golden State beat Phoenix last night. Moving on to 105. Jonathan Kuminga had a career high, 34 points in that matchup. Denver beat Detroit. And Detroit's playing pretty good, man. They definitely matching the amount of wins that they won last year. All last year, they won 14 games at 14-68. They didn't lose yesterday. They're 14-18, but at least they're better than it was last year. Give credit to J.D. Bickerstaff. Give credit to Tim Hardaway Jr., Tobias Harris. They got some veteran guys on that team. I think that's big key to why they're successful. Cade Cunningham, guys like that. So they look good. Jaden Ivey. So this team is playing very well for Detroit. Jokic had 37 points, and Murray had 34 points last night. He combined for what? 71 points. Nuggets, no, again, not up to their standard. 17-13, very mediocre. Philadelphia was on this road trip, and obviously they beat Boston. Now and then they beat Utah 114-111, and beat Maxey had 32 points and combined for 64 points. And that's the key. As long as they keep seeing these guys, if you're a fan of the Sixers, keep playing together. With George in the lineup, yeah, only 13, but Embiid and Maxey, they picked it up, 64 points. They keep playing like that. They got a chance, man, to do great things in this Eastern Conference. They don't win the championship. LeBron James didn't play last night. Yeah, illness. They still won 132 to 122. 132 to 122. Yeah, Anthony Davis had 36 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. Again, like I said, I mean, Doug Christie, got nothing against him, but I don't think Mike Brown should have been fired. I mean, he had to keep his job. You gotta know, make sure that you give the confidence that you need to Mike Brown to make sure you stabilize the team, even when it's going through tough times. That's gonna happen during the 82 game regular season. You're gonna go through your peaks and valleys. You gotta have the general to lead that team. Don't have him, be let go. So Doug Christie be the interim head coach. I think that's totally wrong. They go off to a bad start. They lose by 10 points last night against the Lakers, 132 to 122. Davis almost had a triple-double. 36 points, 15 rebounds, 8 assists. John Morant, he's going to be sitting out against OKC today. He got an AC sprain. There was a suspension. There was a fight on Friday night with Dallas and Phoenix. The suspensions go over that. The NBA suspended Najee Marshall for the Dallas Mavericks. He's a forward for the Mavericks for 4 games. And Joseph, I think it's Joseph Nurkic, center for 3 games for the rose in an encore fight they had on Friday night. And then P.J. Washington was suspended 1 game. So, story on that. And Luka Doncic's home was burglarized, broken into. So there's been a wave of these celebrities, these superstars, athletes having their places broken into. His house was broken into. It's a lot of high profile players like Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce and Joe Burrow, Bobby Portis, Mike Conley. I think this is the price of fame. Could be, the price of fame. Sometimes, and it says that in the league memo previously obtained by the Associated Press, the NFL said homes of professional athletes across multiple sports have become increasingly targeted for burglaries by organized and skilled groups. The NBA revealed that the FBI has connected some burglaries to transnational South American theft groups that are reportedly well-organized, sophisticated rings that incorporate advanced techniques and technologies, including pre-surveillance drones and signal jamming devices. But I think it's just the price of fame also. I think you got to include that also, why this is happening. Obviously, this is the reason why these things are happening, but when you're famous, man, you're going to be a target. You're going to be a target. It could be that. Athletes could be a target because of their fame and being a public figure. So that's the thing. You got to be careful what you ask for. If you become a famous athlete, you're going to have a lot of attention on you. You're going to want what you have, devise schemes to try to break into your house because of who you is and take what you have. So that's the reason why fame is never a good thing. That's the way I see it. Might be wrong about that, but that's what I see it. All right. Against Sunday's games, who's going to be playing today? We got Brooklyn against Orlando, Indiana versus Boston, Atlanta versus Toronto, Miami versus Houston, Memphis versus OKC, and then San Antonio versus Minnesota. All right, that's it for that. Let's look at the standings again. Cleveland's 27-4 right now, currently. They won 6 in a row. Knicks have won 7 in a row, so you got 2 hot teams right now in the top 3 in the Eastern Conference. Cleveland's number 1, 27-4. They won 6 in a row. The Knicks have won 7 in a row, 22 and 10. But the team with the longest winning streak in basketball right now is OKC Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder is playing great, 25-5, won 10 in a row. Memphis 22 and 10. So they're number 2 right there. Houston 21 and 10. That's a big game tonight between OKC and Memphis. Unfortunately, John Morant's not going to be available tonight. That's a big game. big game in the regular season. So you got two teams, got long winning streaks. Obviously, KC got the 10-game winning streak. And Memphis, they won 2 in a row. Okay, so that's basically it for that. Close out, sign off, get off this live feed. For the NBA, just keep your eyes on Memphis and OKC. That's the game to keep your eyes on, because these two are the best teams in the Western Conference. So keep your eyes on that. 1 versus 2. Alexander's playing great. He's averaging 30.8 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, 6.1 assists, 2 steals for the Thunder. Stats. Team stats first. Look at the player stats first. Giannis Antetokounmpo leading the league in scoring, 32.7. Trae Young leading the league in assists, 12.2. LaMelo Ball has 4.5 3-pointers made. That's number 1. Karl Anthony Towns is number 1. He's tied with Sabonis for Sacramento with 13.5 rebounds. Wembanyama, San Antonio, leads the league in blocks, 4 blocks. And Dyson Daniels leads the league in steals, 3.1. Let's look at the team stats. Memphis is number 1 in scoring, averaging 124 points a game. Cleveland Cavaliers, 50.6 points a game. Field goal percentage, 50.6. Plus 11.7, Oklahoma City Thunder. Oklahoma City Thunder, 103.2. They're the best. Thunder is the best as far as defense and points allowed. They're the best. Houston Rockets is number 1 in rebounds, 49.7. San Antonio Spurs are number 1 in block shots, 7 block shots. All right, so that's it. So about to close out. Yeah, shout out to JB Bickerstaff. Even though they lost last night to Denver, he's done a great job with them as a coach. They were bad prior to this. So like I said, they're 14-68 last year, and now they're 14-18. So they got the same amount of wins around this time this year than they did last year. So they're doing so much better than they did last year. So I gotta give credit to the coach, not just the players, the coach. In terms of where they were last year, the Detroit Pistons. As a franchise. Because they were awful last year. Terrible. couldn't get any worse. It was 1765 in 2022, 2023. Then the following year, get to the next year, there you go, 1468. And now they got 14 wins already on December 30th, December 29th. 14 wins. So you're going to definitely win way more than the 14 wins. They're going to probably win 30 to 35 games where they're playing right now. So you got to give credit where it's due. When you look at the team where they're at now, 14 and 18 last year, they were, as a whole, 14 and 68. Now this year, currently, they're 14 and 18. So great job by JB Bickerstaff. All right, so that's it for today's The Week That Was in the NBA. I'm done for today. I'll be back tomorrow for the Classic Books with Rashad Mitchell, get into the Word of God. As always, Bible study time. I'm talking about Proverbs chapter 26. I'll finish the book of Proverbs for the most part. Finish that. I'll be in Ecclesiastes maybe tomorrow, and also continue on the Ricky Henderson book that I'll be reading. If you follow the channel, I'm going to be in chapter 4. I think it'll be chapter 4 about Ricky Henderson, who recently passed away, unfortunately. Continue to read about him, Ricky Henderson. Passed away on December 20th. So we're going to keep reading a book about him that was written a couple years before he passed. Shout out to Howard Bryant for writing about him. So I'll be reading the excerpts to him about him tomorrow. And that's going to be a great one. So that concludes today. Hope you enjoyed what I talked about today. That's it for today, man. I'll be back tomorrow night with another live feed on my YouTube channel. Shout out to those who tuned in today. Shout out to those who watched. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So that's it for today, man. Thank you. Thanks for those who tuned in, man. Appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow. Till then, talk to you tomorrow. Chapter 4 tomorrow. Ricky Henderson. Talk to you tomorrow.